Cross-cultural relationship feels intense and exciting and exhausting at the same time. Many couples tell me we love each other, we attracted to each other, but living together feels like a hell. And often they add, I don't understand what went wrong and when. If this sounds familiar, stay with me. I'm glad you landed on my channel. And if you don't know me, my name is Inna Zusman, and I work with couples and families. And for many years, I worked specifically with cross-cultural and multicultural couples and families. And in this video, I want to explain what is actually happening in this type of relationship. Not theoretically and not from book, but from what I see again and again inside real marriages, including mine. I want to walk you through the main stages cross-cultural couples usually go through. And if you're somewhere in the middle, you'll probably recognize yourself. So stuck with me. It really could be helpful to understand what is going on. But let's start from the beginning. Like all couples, cross-cultural couples are emotionally attracted to something familiar. That's what we in imagotherapy are saying about. That unconsciously we choose a partner who feels emotionally similar to our parents. And it's not always about positive experience. Sometimes it could be about something that we really hated being a kid. Someone who activates our old emotional patterns. And at the same time, we hope that at that time, our partner will finally do better than our parents. He or she will be more present, more understanding, more loving. But cross-cultural couples have something extra. Biology. The thing is that our production system and nervous system is wired to be attracted to difference. Different language, different accent, different body language, different energy. Because it feels so exciting and you feel alive. You can produce human beings who are going to be very healthy because their genes are diverse. So here, in cross-cultural couples, we see two forces coming together. Emotionally, we attract the person with hope that he will do better, and biological excitement. And then, stage 2, couples start living together. And this is where reality slowly shows up. Not in one big fight, but in hundreds of small daily moments. Food, parents, money, who is responsible for what, how emotions are allowed to be expressed, how anger shows up, how fighting is handled, vacation, how we plan things. Do we plan it or we do it spontaneity? Rest versus productivity. And at that stage, many couples feel that something is very wrong. One of my partner couples said, it feels that we are uncompatible. Did I pronounce it right? Because they finally see how differently they had been shaped. What feels normal to one partner can feel absolutely wrong and even shocking to the other. And usually, honestly, neither of them is actually wrong. They just had been shaped and raised very differently. And this second stage is the most confusing. Because couple often thinks we're too different and there is no way this can work. And yet, the attraction is still there. The desire is still there. So people feel they pulled in two directions at once. Like, I want you, but at the same time, I feel exhausted by you. And this is usually the moment when resentment and sadness and grief grow. And it happens not because people stop loving each other, but it's happening because of constant, ongoing misunderstanding. And here I will give you an example. Let's assume a young couple in the United States. He is American and she came to college from Eastern Europe. So they came and they had their first date. And the date was great. Connection, attraction, understanding. So at the end of the evening, she gets into Uber. He smiles, says goodbye, and goes home. And on her way home, she was shocked because inside her head something breaks. Why didn't he walk me home? Why didn't he make sure I'm safe? So he probably doesn't care. For her, in her culture, this is a sign of interest, of respect and protection. Now look, let's see his side. He goes home thinking that the day was wonderful. And he was so proud of himself. He didn't push. He didn't cross boundaries. He was afraid that if he will walk her home, she might think he wanted to come inside and have sex. And he was very serious about her. He wanted to take things slowly, to show respect and protection. Same moment, same evening, two completely different meanings. And nothing about it is obvious. So I want you to hear me up. Nothing happens by default in cross-cultural relationships. That is the key point. The only way how this relationship can survive is intentional communication. You will need to talk about everything, not assuming, not translating silently in your head, by asking real questions, being curious. What does this mean for you? How was this in your family? What do you expect here? Curiosity is not optional in cross-cultural, multicultural relationship. It is essential. And one more thing, which is really, really hard to accept. Your partner will never ever become you. They will never think exactly like you. They will never react exactly like you. That is the reality. When couples stop trying to be right and start trying to understand each other, something shifts. Safety appears. And when safety appears, attraction doesn't disappear. It becomes more deep. It becomes more intentional, more stable, more real. So if you recognize yourself in this dynamic and want to understand your relationship better, I always invite you to schedule a free 50-minute consultation with me. The link is below. We'll look at your situation and see what might help your relationship feel calmer, safer, and more connected. And thank you for being with me today. Bye.